like your music, don't it?
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win. Who am I to point the finger like I never ever seen? Been through the ups and downs like the letter N. They don't let you through the door, better kick that again. Cause that's the only way to win. That's the only way to go. Gotta get it out the mud, gotta get it out the flow. Cause that's the only way to go, let's go.
Shooting, lights out.
The journey to the Larry O'Brien Trophy has begun because the NBA playoffs are here.
About time.
Oh, it's going to be a fun one.
Oh, I bet it is. I bet you got a wide smile on your face.
It's only game one. It's only game one. It's only game one. It's only game one. You know, I'm not going to overreact. It's only game one.
Mm-hmm.
But you see why I'm frustrated though.
Oh, you mean because that talent's been there all along, but they haven't put it all together more consistently? Yeah, I got that. I got why you were upset.
Now you see why our fan base is frustrated.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I agree with you. Unfortunately, I think they're going to be frustrated even further. So yeah.
But the playmaker down there, is in the building after a busy weekend. A very busy weekend. Don't you do it. This is not the show for it.
What would I ever do?
But if you feel that badly about it, there's another show you can hop on today.
There is?
I
thought there wasn't going to be a show. I thought there wasn't going to be a show tonight.
Who told you that?
I thought I heard it from one Mr. Cool McCain.
He ain't tell
last week.
He ain't say that to me.
All right. Oh, so if I do have some frustration,
I will give you the platform.
The carpet is red and it's rolled. Okay.
Yes. Because that's pretty much all we go. Because that's the event we're talking about the whole show anyway. We ain't talking nothing else but that event.
A sportscaster that hails from Pittsburgh, but is now home based in Indianapolis. You're lucky because I was gonna go off on this show on your behind, son.
I don't know why. It's business. You shouldn't even go off on him. You should actually go off on the company, not even him. You don't be listening to none of the stuff that I do. You don't listen to none of the stuff that I do.
What do you mean I don't listen? I listen to all the stuff you do.
You know it's not his fault.
But no, you go after him. You go after the clowns that wanted to have him.
That's why you don't go after him.
Ruin a good program.
He was asked to do something, and you know how he is. He doesn't.
Mm-hmm. He was asked to do something stupid.
He doesn't just go out and say, "Oh yeah, I do it." He's very more conscious.
Mm-hmm. He was asked to do something stupid. He ended up being stupid, and now the company that hired him is stupider.
I think it worked out in his favor, to be honest.
Lord have mercy.
Anyway, playmakers here. Cole Johnson, who's for whatever reason still.
That's
still
right. The Pacers in the playoffs. Now I feel better.
That's terrible.
No, it's not terrible. Look, shooting lights out. I'm on target. We're talking basketball, mostly NBA playoffs. I'm on target. That made me feel good.
It was nice to see Tyrese Halliburton over the weekend too.
Well, that's the only action he's been able to see all year. But I hope he's healing. I hope he's continuing to healing up, man, because how he was last year in the playoff run was awesome. We need to see more of that.
If you're watching on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel, Hit that subscribe and hit a notification bell. And as a good friend of mine, who I was on his show last night, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Shooting Lights Out is in the building, and we're rocking and rolling. Before we get to our NBA playoff talk, sir, I do have some news. I do have something we want to recap. I think we have to go to a certain segment first.
Oh yeah. I forgot. It's been a while since I've done. It's been a while since I've done the full corporate. No, that's not it. Oh, that's right. We're doing the heat check. That's right. No. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Considering because of what the Pistons did, a flagrant foul is coming right now. No, that's not. Okay. Let's go around the heart.
And around the hardwood we go. Sponsored by Paramount Plus. If you love entertainment, if you love live sports, Paramount Plus is the way to go. Mountains of entertainment. And sir, the WNBA draft was last week.
And congratulations to all the women who got drafted. I think you now are stepping into a league that's about to take off and exponentially explode. This is going to be interesting.
So here were the first round picks. Anything stood out to you, sir?
You touched on it. The Mystics look like they're trying to not be next year's champs sooner rather than later. It looks like they want to shoot their shot earlier. They stacking some talent over in DC. Lauren Betts, that's a good get for that team. That's a good get for them.
Lauren Betts at 4. Then they went ahead and grabbed her teammate at number 9, Angela
DeFolic.
And then number 11,
Cody McMahon. Yeah, to me, if you want to actually look at who won in terms of drafts, Washington Mystics. Woo.
And this coming off of last year when they got Georgia Amo, who unfortunately tore her ACL in training camp, so she missed the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Sonya Centron from Notre Dame, if you remember her.
Mm-hmm.
And Kiki Arian from USC, if you remember her.
Remember her too. Yeah.
That was last year's draft pick that they did.
Yeah, that team is young and stocked with talent, and they even though they're talented, normally people sleep on youth. Their team might sneak up on some people, and probably as early as this year.
And then don't forget, they matched what was it Toronto was trying to pay for Sharika Austin. They matched it, so Sharika Austin is staying with the Mystics. Y'all better keep your eyes on Washington Mystics. That team is no joke.
Yeah.
It might not be this year, but trust me, 2027, 2028, you're going to be around here like, oh, man, Washington's coming. I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to give some love to a team who I've been criticizing a lot. Chicago Sky, you did a good job. Gabriella Harquez, love to pick. I love to pick. You must admit, I love to pick. Didn't see that pick coming. And, I know my co-host, we didn't talk about it, but I'm pretty sure he's been how we used to say it, perusing social media ever since last Monday. So I'm pretty sure he saw some things because that number 10 pick, I was like, that's a great pick. But Mr. Johnson, I think other people around the world, or also say around the country, was not happy about that 10th pick.
And why wouldn't they be happy that the Fever chose Raven Johnson?
I don't know. Maybe you can better tell me.
Well, I mean, you are going to a team that already has Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston on it. So you had a talent like Raven Johnson on the team, and I could see how the rest of the league would be up in arms. I could see that. But kudos to the Fever for picking up a good
That's a
talent.
great pick.
Yeah,
That's a great pick.
that good. Yeah, good get for them to have a good piece that fits that squad.
And those of you who don't think that's a good pick, you don't know who y'all coach is. If you know who your coach is, then you understand why this pick was made. Don't get me, correct me if I'm wrong, but Stephanie White is a physical defensive minded coach.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What was Ray Johnson for South Carolina?
Well, I mean, you couldn't be soft on that team. So yeah, you had to be physical to be on a Don Staley team. Yeah, you got to be physical on that squad. So yeah,
And here's a funny thing. Here's what really gets me about. How many people has been calling for Indiana to do something to protect Caitlin Clark?
since she was drafted, and it's funny. It's like you gotta allow time to take place. I mean, they can't have people ready made to be goons for. You know, you gotta find your footing, see how good she's going to be, see how she actually fits on the team, and then you can probably build around them. Now that she's in her third year, you can actually start to properly build around them into Raven Johnson.
And who do we know if something was to happen? Who gonna be right in the mix of it, whether she started it or not?
Well, and then there's Aaliyah Boston. Yeah. So I mean, you're starting to have a team that's developing the identity of being grinders, and all surrounded by a really good player who, yeah, you could say she is the face of the league and all that, and that's fine. She may be the cash cow of the WNBA, but let's be completely honest. She isn't the best player in the game yet. She could get there, but she's the moneymaker of the WNBA. So the Fever have to do right by her, and they are. Kudos to the Fever. Kudos to the Fever doing right by her.
Excellent pick.
Mm-hmm.
But Mr. Johnson, I'll give you the other slide here of the WNBA.
All right. Well, we thought that Flau'jae Johnson was going to be in Toronto, but no, she's going to the Storm. And Marta Suarez is going to be headed to Toronto, which that's Flau'jae Johnson, a member of the Seattle Storm. That's going to be interesting. The Sparks, they drafted Tanaya Latson. Decent choice. I think they were struggling to find exactly what they want to do. And I think they're starting to find their way. Hopefully they will. The Valkyries, to me, the surprise team of last year, they drafted Ashlon Jackson
from Duke.
And
that's a good pick. That was a damn good pick.
Yeah. And I think she will add more skill to what they have now. So decent stuff all around. And of course, I'll get to the Mystics one in a minute. One of the most ridiculous stats that I think you'll ever see. The 5, I believe, starters, actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 5 starters from this year's UCLA women's team all go in the first round. Yeah. All 5 of them go in the first round.
And then the 6th woman also went.
And the program that team that year got drafted had 6 of them draft, and that's the most ever in the WNBA. That incredible job by the Lady Bruins. I'm sorry, let me do this properly. The defending national champion Lady Bruins.
What did I say last week? First
college national championship. You actually did say, and I can't remember if it was last week or the week before, but you actually did say, watch that whole starting 5 is going to get selected. And You said the whole five is going to get selected, and you said it's quite possible all five are going to be selected in the first round. And sure enough, all five of them got selected in the first round. And then in the third round,
third round,
yeah, the Mystics decide to beef up their talent. They draft Rory Harmon, and yeah, the only thing that's going to stop the Mystics is if the talent just doesn't gel right away. That's the only way this team is not going to do anything. But they have the makings. What the Valkyries did last year, they have the makings of doing that this year. The Mystics, I mean, where they just were like, well, they were horrible last year, even though they did have draft picks where you looked and said, this team is on the horizon, about to really do some damage. This squad can really, really do some damage in 2026. I'm looking forward to what the Mystics are doing.
Man, the Mystics. And I was like, oh, I'm happy. Rory Harmon got drafted. Good. I know that made you happy.
Oh, of course. Of course. I mean, she's a sweetheart. I mean, all of what she did for the Lady Longhorns, man. I mean, you saw the love from the head coach about her. I mean,
his first recruit.
Yeah. I mean, and you got a chance to actually see him pull her aside in the national semifinal game when the Sex were taken down, when they lost to the eventual champs. They shared a moment, and that was a beautiful sight to see. That was a beautiful sight to see Rory be embraced, to be respected, and to be loved on by a coach that coached her all 4 years. Thank you, Rory. You did a wonderful job for the Lady Longhorns. Now it's time to see. No, it's time for you to show out as now a WNBA member, and I hope the Mystics know what they have and the quality woman you are.
That's the WNBA. We have some news in the college ranks as well.
Ouch. So let's start with the men.
I think that's a lot of teams in the SEC saying that right about now.
4 for Florida, Alex Condon. Now, he was returned for the senior season. That makes my co-host extremely happy because
I need two more.
Because it's quite possible if he does get the 2 more that he needs, Florida might challenge for another Final Four bid. They may challenge for a number 1 seed again for the 3rd consecutive year. We'll see if the 2025 national champs can hold on to the other 2 pieces, but looks like they have gotten the first domino to fall in their favor. Illinois forward Andrei Shayakovich, he's returning for his senior season. Now you got a chance to see him do a whole lot of damage in the tournament leading up to the Final Four. Of course, chiefly the damage was done to my Houston Cougars in the Sweet 16 when he basically just leaned on all 5 of them heifers and just destroyed them.
Those of you who don't know, that is the son of Peja Stojakovic.
Yeah, I was about to say, and he's the son of Peja and has some talent like Peja. I love the fact that he's an active big body. I've missed seeing that type of player in a minute. And I think if he can actually hone in on his talents next year, there stands a chance he actually could be on a pretty good team in the NBA come 2027. I want to see what happens with him. And you got Braylon Mullins for UConn. He also is returning, but not for his senior, not for his junior, but for his sophomore season.
The savior against Duke.
Yes, the one who knocked Duke out of the tournament in the Elite Eight. young gentlemen, I think you need to do this more often. I think you need to see the landscape of the NBA. Um, the whole talent is not quite up to par. You got some really good players, but for 1 to 15, the rosters are looking mighty heavy, almost all league wide. So I believe now you all should take this as an opportunity to hone your skills in the college ranks. And now you get a chance to get paper. Now, if one Mr. Mullins did not profit from the NIL, he probably would jump to the NBA. But I'm glad that he's not, because I hope he gets to learn a little more, learn his game, grow into that NBA body, and then do some damage. Now, over on the women's side, you have former Iowa State guard Jada Williams. We say former because the former Cyclone is now a current LSU Tiger. So she will now be coached by that loud coat wearing heifer. I mean, Lisa Moki. Uh, this, of course, is necessary and needed because you waved goodbye to Flau'jae Johnson. She needed to be replaced. Jada Williams will probably be one of the ways they do that. And unfortunately, that's not the only loss they have. My favorite player right now in women's college basketball, another former Cyclone, center Audi Crooks. She's again a former Iowa State player. Now she is going to Oklahoma State. So she's staying in the Big 12, unlike Jada, who went for the Big 12 to the SEC. She's staying in the Big 12. She's going down south, and she's going to be playing in Stillwater. Oh, and then you have the Golden Domers, although women basketball players do not wear helmets, but Notre Dame, and you have Villanova, the Lady Volunteers and the Lady Fighting Irish. They will, and the men's Fighting Irish and the men's Commodores. I'm sorry, not Commodores. Villanova. Sorry about that. Villanova. Wildcats. Thank you. I saw Vanderbilt. My bad. So yes, Lady Wildcats. Wow. Yes, thank you. Lady Wildcats, Lady Fighting Irish, and the men's Wildcats and men Fighting Irish, all will open their seasons in Italy. November.
No, 1st. Not their season. The basketball season.
Well, they will be opening their seasons in Italy on November 1st. That is concurrent with the college basketball season. I was going to get there, sir. So shout out to Notre Dame and Villanova, who's going to actually start out the 2027 season on a high note out in Roma. And say hi to the Pope for us all in Vatican City.
And then we get to the NBA. We have the finalists for the awards. I would take this one, sir. Coach of the Year finalist, J.B. Bickerstaff from the Detroit Pistons, Mitch Johnson from the San Antonio Spurs, and Joe Mazzulla from the Boston Celtics.
Good Lord, son. How many L's do you need? Yeah. I'm sorry. My bad. I thought I smoked some weed for a second there. I'm like, good Lord. I'm sorry. My bad.
Rookie of the Year finalist. VJ Edgecombe from the Philadelphia 76ers, Cooper Flag from the Dallas Mavericks, and Con Knipple from the Charlotte Hornets. Defensive Player of the Year finalist. Chad Holmgren from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Azul Thompson from the Detroit Pistons, and Victor Wembanyama from the San Antonio Spurs. Mr. Johnson, Coach of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year finalists.
All right. Look, even if and unfortunately Missoula is not going to win this year, but even if they don't win the championship, this is his best coaching season thus far, hands down. Best coaching season thus far. None of us thought this Celtics team would challenge for the number 1 seed in the East. None of us saw them being the number 2 seed. We all thought when Tatum went down last spring that, well, the Celtics they may make a push for the playoffs, but to actually be considered a finals contender, not a thought. Well, they are. So yeah, I think this is the best job he has done. I feel for Miss Johnson because I think he won't get much consideration. I really believe this award is going to go to JB Bickerstaff because the Pistons went bell to bell, the best team in the East. So and probably the third best team in the league. And this, I think that award is going to be well deserved for him. Rookie of the Year, Edgecombe and Newpel, both y'all did great. Unfortunately, that award is going to be Cooper Flag, and it pretty much was his just about since the time he put on a Mavericks uniform for the first time. Unfortunate to say, but I believe that award is his. And for Defensive Player of the Year, now we all know a little bit about Asar Thompson. We sort of know him a little more because the team that he's on is a little bit of a physical nature. They love to bang and they love to be active. Chet Holmgren, we all know that he is a defensive-minded player. He basically, you have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander on offense. What he is to offense for OKC, Holmgren is to defense for OKC. That award is going to be Victor Wembanyama, and they got to award something with him because he's not going to get an MVP. So for a consolation prize, he'll be the Defensive Player of the Year.
I like Mitch Johnson, Con Canepa, and Victor Wembanyama. I got to disagree with you, sir. I'm sorry. What Con Canepa has done with the Charlotte Hornets, you can't ignore that. You cannot. I don't care how you feel about Cooper Flag.
And believe me, I'm saying it from the standpoint the dude is a Maverick.
It's not him being a Maverick, though. Everybody knew about Cooper Flag. Con Canepa came in and put on a shooting display for the Charlotte Hornets.
Well, shout out to Dumpo. Shout out to him. Unfortunately,
and I had a feeling that you was gonna overlook the Charlotte Hornet, man. I had a feeling you was gonna do that. It's like, watch, you gonna see Cooper Flag name, and that's where you gonna go with. Not even having numbers with him. See, this is where I come in at. Yeah, at the very least, y'all better do cold Wiki of the Years with both of them, both Dukes. But if you're gonna pick one, it's Con Canepa for me. I'm sorry, I gotta go Con Canepa.
All right.
Now, did he had the greatest postseason? No. But guess what? We don't award postseason. We award the regular season.
Right. This is a regular season award. All of them are regular season awards. None of them are postseason. Correct. Now, that didn't surprise me. What surprised me is the Coach of the Year.
I'm going Miss Johnson because it's easy to pick. It's easy to go with JB Bickerstaff because he has Detroit the number 1 seed in the East and all that. But what San Antonio did?
I'm not denying that either, but
they became a juggernaut very quickly.
I don't disagree with you. Unfortunately, I think I hate to say it, in my estimation, with Miss Johnson, the other two candidates I think cancel him out. Even though, yes, the Spurs had a wonderful season. Yes, no question about that. Nobody thought the Pistons would be a number 1 seed, and nobody thought the Celtics were going to do anything. And it's like, wow. I'm surprised with both of them. Yes, I get that people probably did not think that the Spurs would challenge the Thunder for the best record in the game. I get that too. But I put it like this. I think people sort of knew the Spurs were on the come up.
To all of you road trippers,
just a little bit more. Hey! I'm sorry. But I think people knew that the Spurs were on the come up just a little bit more than the Pistons, and then with the Celtics, again, we thought they'd go the way the Pacers did. They did circle the drain and be like, okay, well, at least you got Jaylen Brown and a bunch of other misfits. You could shoot your way to a really good, entertaining season, and you might even earn being in the play-in, maybe even the 6th seed in the East. But you're probably not going to do any bit better than that. They end up being the number 2 seed and pushing the Pistons to win the number 1 seed in the East.
So Cooper Flagg's numbers are 21 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 46.8 shooting from the floor. Conker Nipples numbers goes like this: 18.5 points, 5.3 rebounds, 3.4 assists, shooting 47.5 on the field, shooting 42.5 on 3-point range.
There always is a case for a tie, but I'm not gonna crap on Knuppel. No, I'm not going to do that. Normally, unfortunately, with these votings, name recognition comes into play, and I think you're gonna have that issue with one Mr. Cooper Flagg and the lack of one with Con Knuppel. Now, I think also because you are a basketball purist, which I don't say that as an insult. I actually say it as a compliment. We both have been jaw dropped watching the Hornets all year because they looked abysmal the first third of the season, and all of a sudden they wanted to reel off victory after victory in the winter. I'm like, oh, this young squad got some talent. So this is not just a LaMelo Ball only team. Okay. Oh, this is a squad. All right. Okay. So basically, all they need is a couple of pieces where they can actually contend. All right. This is going to be interesting. Knuppel is one of those pieces that helped them become relevant. Now, unfortunately, they didn't get a chance to make it all the way to the playoff round, but they got to the play-in and got a victory in the play-in. They just you'll smile, playmaker. They ran into a better team and a hungry team in the Magic.
I'll get to them later. All right, the season rewards continue, sir.
All right, so you have the Clutch Player of the Year finalists, which I want to throw a TF up. Wah! I'm sorry. Anthony Edwards, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jamal Murray. Most improved finalists. That's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Denai Adjiva, and Jalen Duran. And you have the 6th man of the year, Jamie Jaquez Jr., Keldon Johnson, and wait a minute, I thought Tim Hardaway retired. Oh, no, it's his son, Tim Hardaway Jr.
You can't help but throw shots. You just can't help yourself.
I am not throwing shots. How am I throwing shots? I just can't help throwing shots. Okay, your thoughts on the Clutch Player of the Year, most approved, and the 6th man.
Clutch Player of the Year, I can care less about. But
thank the Lord, someone else actually feels the same way I do about this award.
I don't even know why y'all made that award.
I don't either.
But shout out to Jalen Brunson, who won the inaugural one last year. It's either Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Jamal Murray. Sorry, Ant-Man, but it is what it is. Most improved. This is a hard choice.
That I do agree.
That is a hard choice, boy. Because Alexander Walker for the Atlanta Hawks, they've been on one ever since they traded away Trae Young, and he's one people behind it. We talked about the Detroit Pistons ad nauseum. One of the reasons, outside of Kay Cunningham, Jalen Duren.
That's correct.
Being the force inside. But if I got to choose somebody, I'm choosing Daniil from the Portland Trail Blazers. Nobody had Portland get into the playoffs.
Portland had.
I said getting to the playoffs. This is what the regular season does. He led that team. And despite of the fact they had to do a a emergency change of coaching for you know who. We're not gonna bring that up because I don't need this man out here going off again.
Gambling act. Stupid mother. I can't believe that mother. Go ahead, sir.
But Daniel Alvida, I give him the most improved player. I give it to him. Sixth man of the year. I can see why you can say Tim Hardaway Jr. for the Denver Nuggets. Shout out to Cool McCain.
Yeah, shout out, cool.
Caden Johnson from the
Yeah.
San Antonio Spurs, but I mean Hotcast from the Miami Heat. That's my pick.
So you're going Jaquez for Heat? Okay, for the sixth man.
Yep.
I agree with you on most improved. I think Adija should have it simply because you said people didn't have the Trailblazers making it to playoffs. Like I even think Portland, and I mean the squad and the city didn't have the Trailblazers making the playoffs. So from literally the ashes of a crappy start to their season and the leader of their team legally under fire and under trouble. Yeah, I think this is a good. Besides them be actually making it as a 7th seed in the West, I think this is sort of a how can you call it a silver lining to a horrible season for them. Clutch play of the year is so pointless. I'll go Edwards with this because it doesn't matter who wins this award. People don't give two craps about this except if you are under the age of 30.
And the only time we actually care about Clutch is playoff time. That's it.
Right. As for a 6 man, I'll go with Hardaway Jr. I could see the point for Jaquez. I could definitely see the point for him, but yeah, I gotta lean Hardaway on that one.
Before we go to the main award,
All right, Victor Locke A3 or V Locke A3, Victor Locke, the Ed McMahon of the Stuntman in the Morning broadcast. He says, he says, good afternoon to the monarch of the ring and the hardwood playmaker and the EP of all EPs, Cole Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, he is also known as Frickala.
what's up, Victor? Good to see you. Hey, feel free to put in the chat what do you think winning these awards. This will be if you missed the first three we got. Coach of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and then Clutch Player of the Year, Most Improved, and Sixth Man of the Year. But the main reward is the MVP. And here are your finalists, Mr. Johnson.
So the finalists would be on your left is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is of the defending world champion Oklahoma City Thunder. To the right is the Wunderkind, the French star and supernova, I think I would have to say now. Everything center, Victor Wembanyama. And in the center, the walking triple-double himself, multiple-time MVP winner, Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. Any of these three would be a wonderful selection for MVP. I'll open the floor to you first. Who do you think is going to win the award?
So let's look at the numbers. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you're talking 31 points a game.
That dude just sleeps and gets 30. Madness. Oh my gosh.
31 points a game.
The dude just sleeps and gets 30.
I guess I know who you pick. That's by that reaction.
I was like, how many points I got? 30. Okay, cool. All right.
He heard me say 31, and he was like, "All right, I'm done. I'm done. That's it."
But the thing about this dude is you don't even realize he has scored that many points. It's so quiet how he scores his points. It's like, the heck, I thought he was contained. How in the world did he really go off?
That man scores 31 points a game on 55% shooting.
That's what I'm talking about. Just efficient as a mug, man. I'm like, shh. Efficient, and he just effortlessly gets these 30 points.
And by the way, those of you who be complaining about him, how he gets to the free throw line, he only averages 9 free throws a game.
Oh, they still complain because they think that's still a lot.
9 free throws a game. He gives you 4.3 rebounds, 6.6 assists a game. As Stephen A. call him, Shea Butter.
I'm surprised that name has not been given to him sooner.
Stephen A. called him Shea Butter. You want Victor next, or do you want Jokic?
Save Jokic for last. Hit the people with Victor.
We're going to Victor Wembanyama route. Victor is 25 points per game, 11.5 rebounds, 3.1 assists, shooting 51% from the field. He's also shooting 35% from three-point range as a center. You get 3.1 blocks a game. Those Victor's numbers. As you can see, why we chosen him to be Defensive Player of the Year.
Good Lord.
I don't agree. You can't touch a counter to Victor on this one. I'm sorry.
Oh, defense? Heck no. We've seen this dude block shots and not leave his feet. I'm like, shh. Yeah. I actually said this in November. I said, wrap up Defensive Player of the Year. That's him already. And that was in November when I thought that. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And then the Joker. What did the Joker do this year? Well, the Joker said, I give you 27.7 points per game. I'll give you 13 rebounds a game. I'll give you close to 11 assists a game. I'll shoot 57% from the field. I'll shoot 38% from three-point range.
To me, he is the most fundamentally sound player in the league. I should say, offensively fundamentally sound player in the league. It makes no sense. This dude, Shea, he yawns and gets 30. This dude yawns and gives you a triple double. Like the heck, a center should not be able to spit out triple doubles like it's nothing, but this dude does. I've been a fan of Jokic for years, long before they won their title. Been a fan of him. But he won me over when you had Porter Jr. and Murray. I forgot the year. They both were out for most of that season, and by himself, he brought the Nuggets to a playoff bid. And I think they were like a 6th seed. But ever since then, I've been a Jokic fan.
Victor, I love you, but I don't think when it comes to the most valuable player, the other two, they're just different.
And for those who don't know,
them two are just different.
What say you, sir? Which of the three do you think is going to be? Does Kia still sponsor this award?
Yes.
Yeah. The Kia 2026 NBA Most Valuable Player.
All right. And knowing y'all might feel some type of way, but I'm going with the Joker.
So that means that would be his third. Is that right?
Yeah.
So that'll be his third MVP. I wouldn't be mad if he wins it.
Actually, I'm going Joker.
I wouldn't be mad. I really would be angry if any of them win it, really. Here's this is the tricky part. Normally, and I've always said with MVP awards, definitely with NBA and NFL, the
Best player on
award
the best team.
normally the award goes to the best player on the best team,
So that would be Shea.
which would be Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. However, even though yes, by record, the Thunder are the best team and the defending champs, and SGA is one of these players. He is one of the players where you got to see where he is on the court all the time. The Nuggets did some business, and the Spurs definitely did some business to the point where it's like, I don't know if it's a slam dunk for SGA. To your point, your pick is actually Jokic. So you already know I'm not.
Here's my problem.
Mhm.
Everybody say the award should go to the best player on the best team.
I'm not of that.
Sometimes
I'm not of that
sometimes the
understanding.
best team don't need the best player.
I'm not of that understanding, but that normally is how it rolls.
When I look at numbers, yes, Shea 31 with no problem. It's like that is ridiculous.
Mhm.
55% from the field.
The
He shoot
efficiency is ridiculous, and he shoots. It's not that he dunks all the time,
like we talking 38% from 3-point range. Cool. Jokic does damn near every goddamn thing.
and he also
He can
shoots
score it.
38% from three.
He can he can score it, rebound it, be a playmaker to other teammates. It's like, bruh.
He is the best fundamentally sound offensive player in the NBA still to this moment. No question about that. No question about that. You have to
And I
score, he could do that. You
get
have to clean the glass, he could do that. You ask him to be a playmaker, he could, and it doesn't matter where on the floor to be a playmaker. He could be one in the paint, he could be one on the elbow, he could be one on top of the key, he could be one in transition. It doesn't matter. The dude could give you buckets and give you dimes from anywhere on the floor. That is what is so scary about him. I'm like, wow.
a center should not be giving you 11 assists a game.
But he does, and he can. And I think he could give you more than 11 if he wanted to.
That man gives you 11 from the big man's position. 11 assists a game.
So yeah, I can't say why did you pick Jokic. I can't even fix my mouth to say that. I can't fix my mouth to say that. I mean, he is to me, he is the main reason the Nuggets could actually still make it tough for the Spurs if the two of them meet up in the conference semifinals and can actually knock the Spurs off because his game is just that cold.
I'm picking Joke. I'm picking Jokic. If y'all want to give it to Shea, go ahead.
Now, I hope they give it to Jokic because I think he's the best player of the three. Wembanyama's not going to get the award just simply because I think the defensive player of the year is his, and the NBA's going to be like, you got a good award, so you got recognition there. So be happy you're in the top three, and this is your first time here.
I would say this: if it was somewhere averaging about 6 blocks a game, I'd be like, yeah,
Oh,
give it
he'd
to him.
probably win it, yeah. But
Because
yeah,
you're basically telling everybody, if you come in here, best believe you're going to get
the
rejected.
shot is going to be returned. Yes. Now, I'm going to say this: Wembanyama will be an MVP eventually, and it may be next year, but he will be an MVP. So let's get that straight. The only way he won't be is if he's injury prone. Outside of that, if he can play 70 games and more, and the way he played this year, oh, he's going to be an MVP, and he might be a multiple time MVP before his career is over. I think the NBA is going to pick SGA, but I'm with you, playmaker. I want them to give the award to Jokic because I think Jokic just does too much for the Nuggets. And if you take basically, and I think this is what you and I are aligned here. And this is why it makes me upset that they named this award the most valuable player. Because really, these awards are really the most outstanding player, the way they dole it out. So if it's gonna be the most outstanding player, SGA, hands down, best player, best team, best player on the best team, and the defending champs to boot. So that's definite. The best player of the three, I don't think SGA is the best player of the three. In fact, I'll even say I think he's the third best of the three that you have here. Because Wembanyama has similar talent as Jokic. The only difference is Wembanyama is more active on the defensive end than Jokic is. But because of the breadth of work and the experience he has and the ease in which he plays the game, because it looks like when he's on the court, even if it's with the other two that is MVP candidates, it literally looks like the other 9 players are playing checkers and he's playing chess. I want them to award Nikola Jokic again with the MVP. That is my pick, but I believe the NBA is going to pick SGA.
Yeah, I hear you. And that would conclude Around the Hardwood.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
All right, welcome back to Showing Lights Out. Very good discussion around the hardwood with the NBA awards. That'll be dished up during the NBA playoffs. Speaking of NBA playoffs,
do we really have to talk about it?
That this guy is shown. Let me shut up. James off the steal.
Rebound by Adams, who's 6th. Morant goes by Primo. Attack.
yeah, buddy. Let's run the fast break because the NBA playoff has started. Kicked off this weekend on Saturday. The Raptors and Cavs got it started off, followed by the Wolves and the Nuggets, then the Hawks and the Knicks, and then the Rockets and the Lakers. First order of business was the Toronto. Oh, you see the final scores here.
I hate you, Durant.
All home teams took care of business. Starting with the Cleveland Cavaliers hosting the Toronto Raptors in Game 1. And the second half was all Cleveland. And I do mean all Cleveland. That third quarter was the end of it. That
Now-
third quarter was the end of it.
Now, I will say this: if the
Technology didn't want to work, but Donovan Mitchell scored 32 points.
he scored 32 points,
32 points.
okay, oh, not 0.2, okay.
No, 32.
The Cavaliers need to have this. They need to have Mitchell and Harden average 55 points for them to have a chance to do anything. I mean, and it does, and Mitchell doesn't have to score 30 and Harden scored 25. I mean, they could switch off, but the Cavs need these two to score at least 55 points for them to have a chance to do anything. Otherwise, they'll do good in this round, and then the Pistons or the Pistons, or heck, I'll even say another team will have their way with the Cavaliers.
Donovan Mitchell 32 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. James Harden 22 points, 10 assists, 2 steals. Toronto, what you gonna do? What you gonna do in game 2?
Well, they need a lot of Brandon Ingram, and they need to start there. He needs to show a lot up, and they need to play off of him and do that pronto. Otherwise, this could be an ugly series.
I think it probably will be an ugly series. Because let me see, 17 from Ingram, 24 from Barrett, 24 from Barnes, 17 from Shed, and they had a decent scoring output.
They're a decent balance, but they need to have the main horse pull the wagon.
And the main horse shouldn't be Brandon Ingram. It should be R.J. Barrett or Barnes.
Agreed. But I don't think they want to pull the wagon. But yeah, I agree with you.
So Cleveland takes the 1-0 lead, defending home court to get the playoffs started. From there, we went from Cleveland to Denver when the Nuggets took down the Wolves 116-105. And just like the first game, it's the third quarter in this game.
Now, this normally works well when they're in Denver. When you go to the Twin Cities, Jamal, show up there too, son. Help out Nikola. You do well when you're in the Mile High City, but you go mile low when you travel outside of it in the playoffs. Show up game 3 in the Twin Cities, and that is what will make you all dangerous, because we already know Nikola, again, dude yawns gets you 25, 13, 11. We know he can show up because they're gonna send, because every team's gonna send the Department of Defense at his behind, and he's still gonna get this. Somebody else show up for this man. Don't make him do all the work. So shout out to you, Jamal. I'm glad you led the way scoring wise, but you're going to put up similar numbers like this for your Nuggets to ascend back to where they were a few years ago when you did hoist that trophy for another head coach who now resides in Chapel Hill. But somebody else needs to come along with Jokic. And again, look at that sweet spot, 55 points between the two. Somebody needs to make sure they step up along with Nikola to actually lighten that load so Nikola doesn't have to go for like 45 or 50 just so you have a chance to win.
I'm surprised he went for 25, because guess what? Aaron Gordon, 17. Cameron Johnson, 12. Christian Braun, 12.
Well, I mean, all you had to do is look at the assists with both of them, actually. 7 for Murray and 11 for Jokic. So, of course, you had this is what makes both of these players talented. They really don't want to score first. Both of them really don't. They really want others to get their shots off first. They want to pick their moments to shoot, both Murray and Jokic. The trick is, offensively, you got to force Murray to be a shoot-first guy. You try to force Jokic to be a shoot first guy, and he still will play his game. So you basically can do nothing to throw him off defensively. You just got to pray he has an off night.
Minnesota, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Now,
Minnesota, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
now,
And when I say this is hold on, because when I say this is where you can come in at. The reason why I say y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, Rudy Gobert gave you 17 and 10.
and you still lost with double digits. Good luck to see that point total again. Memo to all of you in Twin Cities. I have a friend, I've known him now 26 years. He has raved about you. I don't see it because all I see is Anthony Edwards and a bunch of role players that disappear in the brightest of lights. This man is not getting any younger. He's about to be in his prime, and it's almost reminiscent of how Akeem Olajuwon was when he played, where he was this all-world talent, but he had crappy players surrounding him. Or Allen Iverson in 2000, where he was averaging 30 points, but the rest of the team didn't average maybe 7, because the next highest player averaged 9. You got to step up with Ant. Edwards needs more than just his own output, and you're not going to get Gobert to give you 17 points. You might give him 17 points the rest of the series, but 70 points in a game? Nah. So that shooting that you all normally do have when you all do play in the Twin Cities, it can't be hot and cold. It can't be streaky. It has to be reliable. Hence, what the third quarter produced in this game.
Mm-hmm. That's had to put that because I knew when I say Rudy Gobert gave you 17 and 10, you were gonna be like, what? Yeah, 17 and 10 from Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, the dude don't even compile 17 points combined in a series. He actually scored 17 in a game. And the sad part is the Timberwolves still lost by double digits. He gave you 17.
So just had to put that out there. That was game 2 from Saturday. Game 3, we go from Denver to Madison Square Garden. Oh boy, I was looking forward to this game on the comical side.
Well, the Hawks weren't.
I was looking forward to this game on the comical side because of what Dana Houser did to Stephen A. Smith on Friday. But it didn't work. The New York Knicks came ready to play. And speaking of big man that we be wanting to look at, I'm gonna let you have it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, sir. In the beginning of the season, I picked the Knicks to actually represent the East in the NBA Finals.
Yes.
For that to happen, yes, Brunson has to do what he does. And he did what he normally does in the playoffs in Saturday's game. Karl Anthony Towns continued to do this on a consistent basis. Heck, give me more rebounds to boot, bro. Give me more. Get up that rebound take to about 11 at least. Give me 3 more rebounds a game and be as active on the defensive end as you were in this game. 3 blocks. I love that, big fella. I want you to be active. Don't shrink because the Knicks need you to not shrink. Because once you do, so do the Knicks' chances of advancing anywhere. But if you play big like the big man that you are, then we're talking about a team that could knock any other squad out. But you have to commit to being the guy who's going to be alongside Brunson and help lighten the load scoring wise. You have to be the man. Not anybody else, you. Good job in this game. Keep it up, bro.
3 from 4 from 3-point range. For Karl-Anthony Towns. And Karl-Anthony Towns, he was going to the hole. He was driving to the hole. He was playing big boy ball. He gave you 3 blocks.
That's what I want to see. I want to see him actually act like he is a big man. Play like a big man. Don't play soft. Play like there isn't a player who can knock you off your square. You're too big to play BS basketball, bro. So do more of that.
And when Brunson scored 19 in the first quarter, just a side note, Brunson scored 19 in the first quarter.
So he set the tone for the team and then coasted, which that's also impressive if you think about it.
Anunoby gave you 18. Hart gave you 11. Bridges gave you 11.
And see, and this, I'm glad you mentioned all those names. I want you to see this cat beautifully. When Brunson does his thing, because Brunson's going to always do his thing, and you do your thing like this, the others will help you out too. So continue to do that, and the others will come and they will knock it out the box along with you. You struggle, they'll struggle with you.
So shout out to the Knicks. They take the 1-0 lead after game 1, and then the nightcap.
And when he says nightcap, he meant you can actually go to sleep in this game.
Crypto.com Arena. The Lakers hosting the Rockets in the 4-5 matchup. And what happened 1 hour before the game started?
Well, what happened before the game started, it turned out that one Mr. Kevin Durant said, and he was a scratch. Am I surprised? No, the fool is 37. He always. So, memo to the Rockets organization. When you actually signed this old, decrepit Methuselah player, did you actually think he would be healthy all year long? Because this dude is liable to be injured at any moment, at any time. Hence, when the whole world is saying that they actually stand a great chance of beating the Lakers, and the Lakers stand no chance of beating the Rockets. He has to wear street clothes, and the Rockets performed horribly. On cue.
Luke Kennard.
Who is that?
When
I
that
saw
trade
that
happened,
name, I'm like, Lord have mercy. The dude is shooting lights out literally in this game.
when that trade happened, what did I say? What did I say on this program when I said the Lakers end up getting Luke Kennard?
That was a great pickup for him because it would help someone like a LeBron James. For the exact reason as we're highlighting. The dude was perfect from 3-point range. And the Lakers, what they missed was a guy who could consistently stretch the floor.
LeBron
into Luke
James.
Kennard, and that's exactly what happens.
LeBron James, he didn't even put on the cape for game 1.
But didn't need to.
I think that's what makes you even more mad. He didn't have to put on the cape.
Right. Yeah, he didn't need to put on no cape. He could be Clark Kent and still coast.
Rui Hachimura, 14 points. DeAndre Ayton, 19 points. Marcus Smart, 15 points.
And of course, it's aided by the fact that LeBron gave you 13 dimes. And this just goes to show To all you Bron sexuals out there, don't you dare fix your mouth and say, well, this is why he's the greatest of all time, 41 years old, and he's still winning games. He should retire now. I'm not saying that he's a horrible player. I'm saying that he's not the guy that you remember seeing 10 years ago, let alone 15. And so now you seeing a guy who has adjusted his game to the team he's playing on. And now he basically is being a point forward.
So, Sengun, 19 points ain't gonna cut it. 19 points ain't gonna cut it.
Where's you at, son?
6 for 19.
Come on now, parent. Come on now, parent. This is when you're supposed to step up, son. You're supposed to step up, son. This is when the lights are on bright. You're supposed to step up now, Sengun. You're supposed to own that paint. There ain't another player in this series who should own the paint like you, son. And I agree with my co-host. 19 don't cut it.
DeAndre Ayton got 9. DeAndre Ayton gave you.
What,
He put 19 on you.
19.
You can't have a draw.
DeAndre Ayton, the dude that was so miserable and moribund, the Suns give up on him, and he's been basically a non-starter in conversation with the Lakers, and he's giving you 19. Come on now, parent. This is when you're supposed to step up and say, there ain't a better big man than me on this court. Double, especially since Durant was out. You disappoint me, Sengun. You're settling. Don't settle, son. You're supposed to dominate.
Jabari Smith, 16 ain't gonna cut it.
I don't know. Jabari Smith.
With the circumstances that was it,
he has to.
Ain't gonna cut it.
He had, no. I get that. He has the propensity to be a baller, but what you saw is pretty much on par with him.
Amen, Thompson. 17 ain't gonna cut it.
Now you're talking. If there's somebody who needs to show up in a big way and say, well, since Big Bro in here, I got you. That's Amen Thompson's job.
17 ain't gonna cut it.
And I agree with you. 17 ain't gonna cut it. And even in this game, 27 ain't gonna cut it either if Durant is out. Now, would that have won the game? Yeah, but still, 27 won't cut it. You got to make sure that you put no doubt 30, if not 35. Come on, Amen. You got to play better than this.
Reed Shepherd, 17 would cut it, but when you go 6 for 20, that ain't gonna work. You can't go 6 for 20.
And here's why I look at Ime. Son, what's the strategy? Reed Shepherd shooting threes.
5 for 14.
Was that the strategy? Seriously, Ime, was that the offense strategy? We would just let Shepherd just chunk threes from everywhere.
That brings me back to Jabari Smith, 3 for 9 from 3-point range.
And that's why I say Jabari Smith does have game. I'm not saying from the standpoint he don't have game. He has game, but it's inconsistent to the point where I hear 16. I'm like, yeah, that pretty much is where he is. I give him between 14 and 18. It's hearing Amen Thompson give me 17 and Alperen Sengun give me 19. Those two is disappointing. I want to see them at least give me 25, at least each. And with Durant out, I want to see them both give me 30 each. Because the Rockets need that. They need to have that output from those two. If not, this crap just doesn't work. How can you let a team without Luka Doncic, without Austin Reeves, with a Luke Kennard that basically, yeah, he's great, but he's a role player. Rui Hachimura, he's okay, but he's a role player. DeAndre Ayton, who's a nobody. And you let them all cook. There's no excuse. This game should have been yours, but it just proves that you want Durant to carry the show. And this is why I said that you all should get swept out the playoffs, because you all are not focused enough. Y'all don't have that hunger enough. Y'all don't have that dog enough to say we are the better team in this series. You're supposed to be the better team in the series, but the Lakers are saying, nope, we're going to prove you wrong. And right now, in one game, they already have proven you wrong. Luke Kennard boogie on you for 27? You just from that stat line alone, you deserve to lose this series.
Hey. I had a feeling you wanted to get all that out your system. That's how Saturday went, but we was getting just started. That was the first 4 of game 1. The second 4 games were on Sunday, starting with 76ers and Celtics, Suns and Thunder, Magic, Pistons, and Trailblazers and Spurs. Beginning in TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah. Yeah.
This is what the process gives you. Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
Playmaker, I thought Jason Tatum wasn't supposed to be 100%. I know he was due to return. I'm not talking about that. But I thought he was not supposed to be one who would make a huge difference like he did yesterday. 25, 11, 7, and 2 steals. And look, and this is why Missoula deserves to have Coach of the Year 9. Your team got after it defensively. I love that. Make the Sixers pay. Make them work for their shots, and turn that defense to offense. Kudos to you all for that.
Hey. Look, I rustled some feathers online because I said the Boston Celtics. Matter of fact, no. You know what? I'm going to do this the right way. Sir.
Oh, you going to heat check them?
The Boston Celtics are the best team in the East.
I can't argue with you on that.
A lot of people have been trying to argue with me on that one.
Because I think they want to think, well, the Pistons or the Knicks. Okay, fine. You can say they both are still, but to me, no team in the East has really gotten their stuff together like the Celtics have. Correct me if I'm wrong. At least in the last month, I have not seen a team in the last month in the East look as cohesive and as together and as focused and as locked in as the Celtics have looked.
Man, when Jason Tatum came back, because we were always like, well, Jaylen Brown was like, y'all gonna stop disrespecting me. And then JT came back and was like, oh hell.
Yeah.
And then y'all forgot they traded for Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah, the team is more than just Brown and Tatum. No question about that.
That team is loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Luka Garza. Ever heard that name in a while, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've heard that name. Yeah.
He's on the Celtics and out here busting heads.
So what makes me smile about the Celtics is they defensively got after the Celtics and 76ers. That's what I love. They defensively got after them.
Man. I turned this game, I'm like, they is beating their ass.
Like a drum.
That's how I got to start off my Sunday because I had to wait till about a whole another 5 hours to get to my other event.
And the Sixers didn't stand a chance the whole game, man. The whole game didn't stand a chance.
So Boston, best team in the East. Who's the best team in the West? That's the argument. Is these guys?
Yeah, it's possible they are.
Hey, Phoenix, come on. Welcome to the defending champs home for a playoff series. Welcome. We will greet you warmly and kindly. And then at 3:30, you finna take this ass whooping.
And beat you TF down. Which a number 1 seed should beat a number 8 seed down like this. Take notes, Detroit. I'm sorry.
And the fact they got Jalen Williams back is even more of a problem.
Mm-hmm. Of course, the number 1 weapon that the Thunder have, and I think this is probably what's going to ultimately hurt SGA in terms of big time recognition, is that team is deep. Even when they suffer injuries, that team is rather deep. And I'm like, how in the world? How many do they play? Do they actually empty the clip and they just play the whole roster? It's just ridiculous how deep the Thunder are. And I strain my brain to think of a team that runs as deep as the Thunder do.
As a matter of fact, they played the entire team. The entire team had at least 40 minutes on the court.
I can't think of a team, seriously, recent and in past. I can't think of a team that runs as deep as the Thunder do.
Yeah,
the most I've ever seen.
All of them is 1, 2, all except 4 guys played 10 plus minutes.
I don't understand it. That it's just that they just keep coming. They just keep coming in waves and keep coming in droves. They don't stop. They just don't stop.
They be going in.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But man, hey,
and they're young. That's another scary part. They're deep and they're young. I'm like, doggone. Yeah. That is what makes them a tough out.
2 games into Sundays, 2 ass whoopings. Will we go 3 for 3? Because it was the Detroit Pistons hosting the Orlando Magic.
Yeah. 3 for 3, but
wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Whoa.
Well, it was a butt whooping. It was a butt whooping.
What is it? Hold on. Hey, wait. Are y'all sure Orlando's the AC? Yes, Orlando's the AC.
Mm-hmm.
This is the frustration that I deal with during this season. We are not a typical 8 seed. I need people to understand that when they sit here saying, "Oh man, this is not an upset. We are not supposed to be an 8 seed."
It's an upset not from the talent standpoint of the Magic. It's an upset from the letdown from the Pistons standpoint.
And I don't even agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
No,
basically,
people don't.
Basically, a team like the Pistons.
People look at 1-8, then they look at the records. Oh, that's an upset. Y'all don't pay attention to basketball.
I'm not looking at it that way. People are talking about the Pistons as a team that's too physical, that dominates the boards, that gets after you, that wears you down.
And guess who also plays a similar style?
And I was going to say that. What happens is I think people slept on the fact that Magic could play that way as well. So that's why I say I don't consider it an upset from the Magic standpoint. I consider it an upset from the standpoint the Pistons simply got outplayed.
And if you idiots out there want need proof, go look at a regular season matchup. We split with them. We know how to play against Detroit. If you really pay attention to people, the real basketball analysts will tell you this is the worst possible matchup Detroit could have. Because you're going against a team that are not afraid of y'all. They plays the similar style as y'all, and they have more scorers than Detroit. That's why y'all don't understand the frustration in Orlando. We're supposed to be a top 4 seed. Hello? Did you not pay attention to Cole?
Yes, sir.
Detroit never led in this game.
Right.
They never led in this game.
That's why I cannot fix my mouth to say, well, it's another set because we never seen the Magic play like this. I can't say that because I have.
That's why he been so giddy for me to hurt and get on him, but I had to keep pushing it back.
Mm-hmm. This is a team that I even said they should compete for home court the first round. So this was not. I agree with you. This is not your typical 8 seed. Let's be honest. The Magic wet the bed the last third of the season, last third of the regular season, and that's why.
And I laid out for you what happened. Because y'all, yes, injuries happen. Yes, Franz got injured. Yes, all injuries happen. No, You know what the real problem was outside of injuries? The fact that the best player on the team, who's supposed to be the leader of the team, and the coach like to go back and forth in the goddamn media. If y'all two dummies don't get it together, it's going to be a big problem. And look what happened. They hosted Charlotte. And what did they do to Charlotte?
Roasted them and got them out the paint.
And then they go to Detroit, and what they did to Detroit.
Well, they didn't get them out the paint yet, but they roasted them though. They basically played the way the Pistons play, only better. Just being honest, they played the Pistons style, only better.
Because we play the Pistons style. That's our brand of basketball.
Mm-hmm. Because people were raving about how the Pistons were sort of like a throwback to bygone era, that they lead with defense, they lead with rebound, and lead with physicality, and yes, I love that. But I was seeing that with the Magic too, and I'm like, the only thing they're missing is the cohesion of having that number one guy be. Not saying they don't have it. I'm just saying just wasn't there often. Like a Kay Cunningham for the Pistons.
And let me give you a little behind the scenes look. I can't tell you how many times this man has messaged me when it came to my Magic. And I had to refuse to say something.
What?
Because he knew I was feeling some type of way about my own team.
For a minute.
And so when y'all got that flagrant foul last week, that was a combination of everything that took place during the season. Because I know what this team is not an 8 seed. This is not an 8 seed team. Look at it. You see Pablo on there, 23, 9, and 4. What else do you see on that screen?
Many players scored in double digits. Actually, all 5 gave you at least 15.
Technically 16, right, but I put 15 because that's what people want to see. But technically 16.
That's why I said at least 15. Yeah. But yeah. So you do simple math. that would be at least 75. But they scored more than that. That normally is a good output for a starting group because it lets the bench play their normal game. And normally when you have the starter score that much, the bench free strokes. Oh, and that's what happened in this game.
I'll do it to you like this. Take out 20 points. That's from the bench. The rest of it came from the starters.
Yeah. So
The starters accounted for 92 points.
Starters gave you 92 points. That should tell you something right there.
Guess what? For Detroit, Cade Cunningham, 39 points. 39 points. So that tells you how the rest of the team did. So don't be surprised that Orlando did this. I'll tell you that. You can be surprised from the standpoint of how the season ended for Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
But you will see the frustration that us Magic fans have. Cause guess what? The conversation was on the show with the Magic. Where was this all season? We know what type of team we got. Why I ain't do this consistently?
Because they're young. That I can answer that question. They're still too young. They still haven't figured it out yet, and they still don't trust themselves enough to put this together for a long stretch. Now they have the heat of we don't play cohesive 4 times in a 7-game series. We gone. So you got that heat, and they know how that feels because they had a 7-game battle 2 years ago where they were right there with the Cavs, but a shot didn't go in Game 5, and that basically was the series for them. So they know what it is like to have this, okay, we got to win or we go home mentality. I think they trusted a little too much that, okay, we can do just enough to get in. Well, you almost did just enough to get out. And normally that could, for a team that talented like the Magic, that might be the spark they need.
Test. Detroit will bounce back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But they did set a record, though. 11 straight playoff losses.
No. 11 straight home playoff losses.
Which is not good.
Yeah, they haven't won. If I'm not mistaken, they haven't won at home since the conference finals in 2008. I think that's right.
2008.
That's crazy.
And every time Detroit made a run, guess who made a run right back?
Yeah. I would say that's. I think that's what took the oxygen from the Pistons. Once they started to make a run, the Magic answered with a run of their own immediately.
If y'all would have did this consistently, we wouldn't be in this position. So, Detroit, how are you going to respond? Because you know you're going against a team that can do exactly the same things that you can do. And actually do it better because they have more scoring option. Unless Duncan Robinson, you want to turn back to the Miami Heat, Duncan Robinson? Because 9 points ain't going to cut it. Jalen Duren, you let Wendell Carter Jr. outman you in the paint. Jalen Duren gave you 8 and 7. You know what Wendell Carter gave you, Mr. Johnson? 17-7 with 5 dimes. And yes, the boo took to Twitter and said, "Play the song." She's still weaping Orlando while she's in Atlanta. Tobias Harris gave you 17. I ain't mad at it. That's Tobias Harris. That's cool. But can somebody want to come help Cade Cunningham from Detroit? Otherwise, y'all getting bounced by the Orlando Magic, and then y'all not gonna like the blowback that's come from this if you get bounced by Orlando. Now, me and Cole, we won't be surprised if Orlando win this series because you idiots didn't do what you're supposed to do in the regular season.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody would be stunned. Oh my God, Detroit got.
Detroit, and here's another thing: Detroit's still young; they can still be had. That's not been talked about.
But these people here, though, I need y'all to fully understand the game of basketball before you speak. Orlando shouldn't even be in this position. They didn't do what they supposed to have done, so they had no choice but to be in this position. Which is the worst possible thing for Detroit.
You know what's funny? When I saw the final score of this, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't like, whoa, what happened here? I really didn't have that feeling. I had more of the, it's about time the Magic showed up. And I mean, that was really the feel I had. It was about time they showed up, and how did they keep the Pistons at bay? And then, of course, then when I dug further, I was like, okay, I got it. So they basically played more physical than the Pistons, and whenever the Pistons started to do a run, the Magic cut them off and did a run of their own. I was like, okay, well, that meant the Pistons they were going to be going uphill the whole game. Okay, well, that's cool. That makes sense. And this is another thing, and I think this is probably what upsets you when people say, well, this is an upset because Magic are an 8 seed, the Pistons are a 1 seed. The Magic weren't supposed to be doing this type of stuff. They ain't supposed to win, much less by double digits. This can be replicated by the Magic. This effort can be replicated. This was not such a fluke where it's like the Magic shot lights out with, they all went 60% from the field or 15 or 20 from 3 or had 45 free throw opportunities. No, this can be replicated. Now, do I think the Pistons can bounce back? Yeah, they will. But what the Pistons have to concern themselves with is, okay, so this is not your typical 8 seed, and we had issues with them during the regular season. So we got to treat them as if they're a tough opponent, and we got to find a way to get 4 wins and get them out of here.
But Orlando, good job. You stole home court from Detroit. Now, can you follow it up and take the other one from Detroit?
Well, okay. Well, before that, understand you also got to defend home court too. But yeah, now I would say that first. Defend home court yourself because you got a home court now. But don't be satisfied with just having home court. Then I would say, let's take the heart out of them here in Detroit. And let's get game 2.
And then the nightcap of the weekend. I give the Trailblazers credit. They kept fighting. But just like the Magic and the Pistons game, every time Portland came back, San Antonio had an answer. To the point where Victor Wembanyama set a Spurs franchise record in his playoff debut. Mr. Johnson, that man went off for 35.
The game is coming to him easier and easier. It looks like by the game. And We talked about him earlier in the show. Defensive Player of the Year and MVP talk. I'm seeing an ease in which he's playing. He doesn't seem as though the moment's too big for him. It seems as though he embraces it and he wants to show us that he's about that action. And when you have a superstar like that, that's must see all the way. So I hope Victor can give us more of this, because if so, the Spurs are gonna be entertaining to watch, man.
Devin Fast said Stephon Cup 7 points. He's matter of fact, Daniel Avia for Portland. 30 and 10. In a losing effort. And you want to know why I picked him as the most improved? Because he going to make sure if we going to lose, the other team going to put us down. We ain't laying down. So, all home teams except for one defending home court. The one lone one being the Detroit Pistons. And now we got 8 games on our belt. Now it's time for adjustments, which we'll get into next. This is the fast break.
That this guy has shown. Let me shut up. James off the steal. James with the stuff.
Rebound by Adams, his 6th. Morant blows by Primo. Attack.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition,
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Cool McCain.
You thought you wanted Gunther against Chad Gable, but you didn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Chad Gable would take everything that Gunther's done and bury it.
The Playmaker.
It was on site. AJ Styles walked out there seeing LA like, oh, okay, man, LA Knight hopped out the car, let's go.
Break down everything in TNA, AEW, and all of the WWE programming. Join these two kings, monarchs of wrestling, live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central on the Play Caller Sports Talk YouTube channel.
And welcome back to Shooting Lights Out here. And yes, there will be a Monarchs of Wrestling. Maybe some little changes today, but there will be a Monarchs of Wrestling. Talking everything WrestleMania. But before we do that, we got to get up out of here. And before we get out of here, Game 2s, Mr. Johnson, starting tonight with NBC/Peacock having a deal, 7 p.m. Game 2 between the Toronto Raptors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then you have Game 2 at 8 p.m. on NBC and Peacock between the Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks, followed by at 10:30 the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets. Mr. Johnson, we have 3 Game 2s tonight. Who has the best chance of even their series?
Let me see. I would say the team that has the best chance of evening series probably would be the Timberwolves. And I say that because normally you get one of these ridiculous games that Anthony Edwards has where he just hits everything and he just miraculously pulls his team to a dub on the road. I'm not saying that's going to happen in this game, but I could picture something similar to that happening, to where we wake up Tuesday morning, we realize, oh wow, the Wolves went into Mile High, stole a game, and now they have home court advantage going back to Twin Cities. The Hawks, I don't think, stand a chance against the Knicks at all. I just don't think they do. The Raptors, I just need to have somebody just step up and counter Spider and the Beard. If that can happen, cool. But I'm erring on the side of they ain't. So I would have to say the Timberwolves.
So you're going Timberwolves. I want to see what the Atlanta Hawks do in game 2. I want to see the adjustments they make in game 2. Because they have the defensive prowess to frustrate the Knicks.
Yeah, I agree there.
So I want to see how they do, and if Mike Brown will be forced to make adjustments on his side if the Hawks do ramp up the pressure. I can't argue with the Timberwolves because we seen them two go at it for several playoff series. So we know the Timberwolves are capable of beating the Denver Nuggets in a playoff series. They took one on the chin in game 1, and we know how Ant-Man feels about losing.
He ate it.
So we expecting him to feel some type of way coming into tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto, I don't know. Y'all got punched in the mouth, and y'all look like y'all didn't know how to respond. Maybe Scotty Barnes might step up to the plate this time, man. Say, all right. Maybe Brandon Ingram show up and say, you know what, I have playoff experience, so I know how to bounce back from tough losses. But Coach Jones looking at the rules. I'm looking at the Atlanta Hawks.
Not a bad way to look, and I love the fact you say it's the defense that makes you say that.
And that's tonight. NBC and Peacock. Tomorrow, NBC and Peacock as well. Game 2 between the Boston Celtics and the 76ers at 7. That's only on Peacock. Game 2 of the San Antonio Spurs and Portland Trail Blazers, NBC and Peacock, followed by Game 2 between the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll get to your Rockets in a minute. Out of the other 2 games, what's the 2 games you out of the other 2? Which one you looking to forward most to see how the other team responds?
I want to see, actually with both teams, but more so with the Sixers. I want to see if the Sixers have thrown in a towel already. I want to see if they really believe that they stand no chance of doing anything in Boston, and they want to put forth sort of like a last stand in Philly come game 3. Because if they basically lay down like they did yesterday, Tuesday night, no sir, they don't even deserve to be covered. I mean, it's just that bad. The effort from the Sixers
is that bad. Dang.
Yeah, it's that bad. The effort is porous. The effort is porous from Sixers. The Blazers, I want to see something similar, but I don't have the similar harsh criticism about them, because you mentioned something that they showed the Spurs that the Sixers didn't show the Celtics, and that's fight. If they can produce an off night from about 2 or 3 different Spurs, and the Blazers come with that fight, it's quite possible we might go to Rip City 1-1. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying if the Blazers can defensively show me a little more and put the pressure on the Spurs to actually have them eke out a dub, we might see a surprise result here.
76ers, Boston is a rivalry, so the 76ers, y'all have to respond.
You should.
You have to respond. This is a rivalry. You can't get pumped like that and not respond. I know Paul George didn't come to Philly to get blown out by Boston. Tyrese Maxey, who's been leading the way for the 76ers for most of the season, y'all know he don't want to go out getting blown out by Boston. And game 2 between Blazers and Spurs. I just want to see how this goes. And then, Mr. Johnson, we get to your Rockets and Lakers game 2. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings for game 2?
Well, the Rockets need to play better defensively, for one. And yeah, I could say it, 107 points allowed is not that bad. True. But if you feel as though you're the better team in the series, you got to make shots more difficult for all of the Lakers. And they didn't make the shots too difficult for them Saturday night. And quite frankly, you all are waiting for Kevin Durant to be your savior. And if that's the case, this is why I had to take of you just need to take 4 L's in a row and get out of here. Because I'm not saying that Durant can't save you guys. What I'm saying is you got to play hard without him just as much as you would with him. And you did that team a huge disservice by not showing up when Durant wasn't on the floor. So more than likely Durant will be on the floor, and it's quite possible the Rockets will win this game. But I won't be satisfied because this team is waiting for Durant's lead. And he was brought to Houston to teach Amen Thompson that he has to do this, not Durant. So let's learn something.
And then Wednesday, ESPN, which means Inside the NBA, will be on the coverage on this one. So Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq.
The 2 1-8 seed games.
Yep, the 2 1-8 games, 7 p.m. Pistons, Magic, game 2. Thunder, Suns, game 2. Mr. Johnson.
All right. The Pistons must act as if home court matters. I'm going to be blunt. Yes, the Magic took that game, but I also think the Pistons took the Magic lightly. And I think there was a little bit of them that thought, oh, this is 8 seed. Our competition really is the Celtics in the conference finals and quite possibly the Cavs in the quarterfinals in the conference semifinals. So we can handle the Cavs or the Raptors. So our trajectory is good until we get to the conference finals. They got caught looking ahead, and they got humbled, as they should have. So they got to defend home floor, and now they got to have the mindset of they got to take the next 3 games. You heard me. You heard me correct. They got to take the next 3 games. They got to go to Orlando, take both those games so that they actually can make the Magic say, wow, so this is a real contender. For the Magic, duplicate what you did Sunday. Be more physical, be more man than the Pistons, and play your game. You do that, you'll take this game too. You'll take this game Wednesday, and then you'll fly back to Orlando for the weekend up 2-0. And you could shut them out. I mean, you can eliminate them and get them out the paint with 2 more dubs in Orlando. But it's imperative that you play your game and that you defensively make it tough for the Pistons like you did Sunday. That's a must. Now, for the other game, I'm sorry, the Suns don't stand a chance. The Thunder are too deep. The Thunder are too strong. The Thunder are too lengthy, and the Thunder still are too hungry. I think they want to prove they are the kings, not just the champs. They want to prove they're the kings of the West, which means they want stiffer competition. And I'm going to be blunt. The next round, the Lakers nor the Rockets present them as stiff competition. They can steamroll both those teams. So, the Suns, you basically are just a glorified. With the Thunder, we're going to see maybe 3, possibly 4 more glorified scrimmages. Because that's what you're presenting. I know you're an NBA team, but the Thunder just are another level. They just are. They just are.
Orlando, get greedy.
I love that.
Get greedy.
I love that. I love that.
Don't settle. Oh, we got the one that we needed.
Right.
Get greedy.
I love that. I love that.
Even if you lose, make Detroit work for the dub.
Exactly. I mean, you got history on your side. They haven't won a home playoff game in 18 years. So there you go.
Make them work for it. Spin them out. Make that trip to Orlando unworthy for them. Like, I don't even want to go down to Orlando. I don't even want to go down to Orlando, man. I'm tired. They fighting us. They beating us up. That's what I want. And unfortunately for the Suns, y'all going to get the defending champs, and y'all can't hold a candle to them, so I'm not even going to waste time on that. So with that being said, that would do it for Shooting Lights Out on today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on the Playmakers YouTube channel, subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Feel free to send comments. How you feel about game 2s? Who you think is going to win game 2s? What you think about the NBA award finalists? Share any thoughts that you have.
Love to hear them.
But until next week, enjoy your playoffs. We will enjoy them. Hopefully, he can enjoy some type of playoffs.
Yeah, because I ain't enjoying them yet.
And we'll be back next week to continue our playoff coverage. And then we're inching closer and closer to the start of the WNBA season. For Cole Johnson, I am the Playmaker. We catch y'all on the flip side.
See ya.
You've done good. You've done great. But you can't stop here. You can't stop now. You gotta keep going. Through all your trials and your tribulations, you gotta keep pushing. Now, finish your canvas.
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win. Who am I to point the finger like I never ever seen? Been through the ups and downs.